Hi everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. I didn't expect for there to be a new episode today, but there was, so I was pleasantly surprised. So let's get right to it, because you might not have realized and missed it if my DVR tells me, so it just records it, unless it's something like I really want. But anyway, let's get to today's General Hospital recap. At Silas's place, I guess it's not really his place anymore, but I haven't decided yet what to call it, so it'll be Silas's place until I decide otherwise. Nina wants to totally redecorate and redo the place, and Kiki isn't on board with that. They argue a lot. Franco wants it all to calm down. Franco asks Nina to hold off decorating, but Kiki says that she's going to find a new place to live. Nina asks Franco if he's always going to take Kiki's side, but she agrees to hold off on the changes, if only for a little bit, just to give Kiki time to adjust to everything. And then Nina, they have a little bit of a conversation, a couple conversation, and Nina tells Franco that Rick and her were never like together, and that she has limited experience, and she just kind of is nervous about that whole thing. At the floating rib, Ava wants to talk to Morgan. He asks where Avery is, and Ava says that she's at home with the sitter, and Morgan doesn't approve of her taking Avery away from Sonny just to leave her home with a sitter. And Ava was, apparently she said she was meeting a client there, but then later she just leaves, so obviously, like, she wasn't, so I don't know what that whole thing's about. Ava wants Morgan in Avery's life. He says the best he can do is be in her life, but just not show her how much he hates Ava. She says fine, but also wants him to help her with Kiki. I'm not good with the pronouns today. It's a Monday thing. I'm rusty. I've had a long weekend. Kiki walks in and sees Ava and Morgan talking. Obviously, isn't too happy about it. So she confronts them. And Morgan says that he was just telling her how much he hates her, and then Kiki starts drinking. Morgan comes over to Kiki and says that he's worried about her. Kiki starts to kind of make a scene, and Ava tries to put a stop to it, and Kiki throws a drink in her face. And I was like, that is the happiest I've been all day. It just is. And Morgan gets Ava to leave, so obviously, weren't meeting with your client. And the bartender tries to cut Kiki off, and she breaks a glass and then reaches for a bottle and winds up breaking it and cuts the bartender's hand. The whole thing is a hot mess. At the police station, Valerie is clearly bothered, and Jordan wants to talk to her. After Valerie tells Jordan about how Dante acted with her, Jordan has a talk with him. So Jordan is really like scolding Dante and brings up how Valerie isn't over him. And then Valerie comes over and says that, you know what, the way he just treated me today, I'm over him. Absolutely. It's the end of it. Like, I'm done. At the Haunted Star, Dylan kisses Lulu. She's not happy about it, obviously. Oh, I got invited to another... Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, sorry, Fitbit thing. Sorry. Okay, so she's not happy about it, obviously. She tells him that her and Dante are solid, and he's trying to protect her from what happened with Valerie. And she yells at him for using that to try and manipulate her. And he apologizes for offending her, and Lulu leaves, because she's had enough. And frankly, I don't blame her. So Valerie comes to the Haunted Star. She wants a drink, and Dylan says that she shouldn't drink, or she can't drink, because she's pregnant with Dante's baby. And she's like... Nope. She corrects him, and Valerie feels like she has nothing, and she has no one, and she almost wishes she was pregnant with Dante's baby so she could be a part of his life in some way. Now, see, when I thought she was starting off the whole, like, I thought she was just going with, like, I wish I was pregnant, and not necessarily, like, with Dante's child, like, just that, so she would have someone else in her life, or, someone to care about unconditionally, and that would unconditionally love her. But then she, like, brought actual Dante into it, and I was like, alright, that's over the line. Like, I'm not on board with that. At Dante and Lulu's place, Lulu arrives home, Dante's there, she tells him what happened with Dylan. She says, Dylan said he didn't, like, Dante didn't deserve her, and that all about him and Valerie. She apologizes for making such a big deal out of the, Dante and Valerie kiss when Dante's being so cool about this, not blaming her. Like, trust me, Dante's furious with Dylan, like, just kissing his wife, or, whatever. But he's not mad at Lulu. And, yeah, so she's like, oh, I'm so lucky to have you. And he's like, yeah. At Windermere, Jake and Sam are stuck on the balcony while Hayden and Nick are in the office. And Hayden starts to remember something. So she remembers Nicholas threatening her. Not a good memory to have. And not a good memory to tell the person you're with is apparently alone in a house. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I remembered you were threatening me about something. Like, she's gonna wind up getting killed, you know? So he admits to it, but says that's how their relationship was, and they always wound up back with each other, which that's really not how relationships are supposed to work. So Sam and Jake, it wrote something different in my notes. Sam and Jake attempt to climb down, but they make noise by knocking down one of the gargoyles because it's a castle. And Nicholas comes out to investigate. Nicholas sees that the gargoyle fell, and he and Hayden go downstairs to inspect the damage. It turns out Sam sprained her ankle. They attempt to find another way out, and Jake carries her to the office, and it's adorable. End scene. Okay, so the bartender called the cops and Kiki's arrested. Morgan tries to make it all not happen, but it does. Franco and Nina are about to take it to the next level when Kiki calls, but it's actually Morgan calling from her phone, and he tells Franco that Kiki's been arrested. Dante tells Lulu she doesn't have to apologize, and Lulu says, I don't deserve you. And he's like, no, don't say that. I feel like a horrible person. Internally. Dylan and Valerie toast to their friendship, and I'm just, oh, I can't wait. Okay, so Hayden stops her Nicholas because they're starting to get down and past. She's like, no. She says she's not ready to take it to the next level yet. She wants to bring it back to their original statement, at least until she recovers. And then when Hayden leaves the room, she kind of like smiles to herself, and she looks like she accomplished something. And I thoroughly think she has a plan. I think she's had a plan since this whole Nicholas let's go on a date thing, when she like remembered, or when she overheard him and Laura talking about how he allegedly tried to have her killed, and knowing Jake is Jason and stuff like that. And Sam and Jake head out of Windermere, so hopefully they'll go out undetected. But that is it for today's General Hospital recap. Thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked the video, and I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. I hope you have a great day. Bye!